A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now the Australian share market is expected to open marginally higher today. According to the latest SPI futures, the ASX 200 is expected to open 0.1% higher this morning. Yesterday at the closing bell, the S&P ASX 200 was 1.2% higher, or 82 points higher at 7,088. The best performing sector yesterday was energy, up 2.8%. The worst performing sector was utilities, down 0.4%. The best performing stock was Champion Iron, closing 6.2% higher at $6.73. The worst performing stock was Credit Corp Group, closing 6.3% lower at $32.65. Looking at some business news from today, Scali's profit declined in the half year ending the 31st of December as the company closed 55% of its store network and was hit with widespread disruption to its supply chain. Scali reported revenue of $180.3 million for the half. That was up 5.4% on the same period last year, but its underlying earnings before interest and tax was down 3.7% to $55.1 million. And Westpac has announced an executive restructure that will result in 2 departures from its senior management team. And that's after pressure on profit margins means it has to cut head office costs. Cash profits rebounded 74% to $1.58 billion in its first quarter, but the lender's profit margins also narrowed. In 2021, Westpac announced a 3-year plan to reduce its cost base to $8 billion by 2024. The roles of Chief Risk Officer and Group Executive, Financial Crime, Compliance and Conduct will be combined. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect the trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on The Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
And welcome back to the Morning Outlook report. Looking to the US now, and on Wall Street the Dow Jones ended up 0.63%. The S&P 500 was up 0.94% and the Nasdaq closed 0.5% higher. Investors will be closely tracking US non-farm payroll figures while the the global stocks rebounded yesterday, tracing robust earnings from US tech firms, and OPEC's plans for moderate oil output offset concerns over weak economic data. Investors also ignored the pace of interest rate hikes by the central banks. Among the major global stocks, the Stoxx 50 fell 0.1%. The FTSE rose 0.6%, CAC rose 0.2% and the DAX declined 0.04%. Now the Bank of England is scheduled to meet today and markets expected to hike UK rates. A surprising fall in private payrolls on Wednesday weighed on US Treasury yields, pulling them down as investors focused on Friday's broader jobs report and the Fed's plan to hike interest rates this year. Crude oil prices jumped to 7-year highs after OPEC Plus stuck to its planned output increase. It happened despite pressure from top consumers to increase production quicker. US crude rose 0.06% to $88.25 a barrel. Brent was at $89.43 a barrel. That was up 0.3% on the day. And gold inched higher. Traders purchased gold after the US dollar and Treasury yields eased following the release of those US jobs data. Spot gold advanced 0.4% to $1,808 an ounce, and the US gold futures closed 0.5% higher at $1,810. Well, that's all for the Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.